Like several other examples, here is a settlement that was in use for probably 1,000 years, for we find bas-relief sculptures on top of the entrance to the caves. Witnessing the sun and the showers of a millennium, all these sculptures of Tirthankaras were consecrated in the 9th century by Jain monks Kanagavira Periya Adigal and Mahanandi. Tiruparankundram, another suburb of Madurai city, is popular for its Murugan temple. It was an ancient Jain center that flourished between 2nd century BC and 13th century AD. At a higher point on this hill is a natural cavern with stone beds. One of the inscriptions here indicates contact between this center and Sri Lanka during the 1st century AD. As we walk up Tiruparankundram hills, there is a natural spring and a boulder. The boulder has 3 Jain sculptures and inscriptions which are now enclosed inside the Palaniyandavar temple. Further up on the hill on the way to the Kashi Vishwanathar temple, at an inaccessible height on this rock, there are 2 sculptures datable to the 9th and 10th centuries. Another Jain cave temple on the south side of Tiruparankundram was converted as a Shiva temple by the name Umayandavar Koil. An inscription shows that when one Prasanna Deva converted from Jainism to Shaivism, he also converted this into a Shiva temple in the 13th century. Among the most known sculptures of the Jain period in Tamil Nadu are those of Uttamapalayam at Karupannaswamy Kundru, about 120 kilometers southwest of Madurai. On the face of this hillock, there is a panel of 19 Jain sculptures, mostly belonging to the 9th century AD. This extraordinarily beautiful panel is now protected by a mandap built by the Archaeological Survey of India to prevent damage to the sculptures. These images were consecrated by the great ascetics including Ajanandi and Arishtanemi. Some of these sculptures show traces of painting which is now lost. There is a perennial spring below this panel. This hillock, Poigai Malai, is in the village Paramapatti near Sedapatti. A flight of steps leads to a cave and 9 Jain images. Due to continuous smearing of oil with vermilion, the images are not clear. Out of the 9 images, one represents the Kamada episode in the life of the 23rd Tirthankara, Parshvanatha. This Jain center came up in the post-Sangha period. An inscription datable to the 9th century AD is much mutilated. Puttur Malai in Puttur near Usilampatti has an interesting story. Here is a panel of 4 images of Jaina Tirthankaras. On the extreme left is a standing image and the other 3 are seated. One of the images with serpent hood above the head is that of the 23rd Tirthankara, Parshvanatha. The 3 seated images are worshipped by the local people as Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. They have also disfigured the Jaina images with moustache, tilak and eyebrows. Madurai area is noted for early Jaina monuments in the form of caves and Tamil Brahmi inscriptions. One can trace the development of structural temples also in Madurai area. At Kovilangulam, near Aruppukkottai, a Jain temple called Ambalappasamy temple was built. Now you can see only the basement of this temple with inscription and 2 images placed over it. Local people worship the images and smear them with sandal paste and vermilion. The inscriptions inform that some lands for a temple site and a watershed for the use of Jaina devotees were given. The Tirthankara is referred as Mukkudayar, one with tri-umbrella, in the inscription datable to 1118 AD, that is 12th century AD. The popular Pandi temple in the suburb of Madurai city has a Jaina image with its head changed into local god Pandi Muni. Pudukkottai district is equally rich in Jaina monuments. Here we have caves, stone beds, Tamil Brahmi inscriptions and ruins of a number of structural temples. Sittanavasal is a small village, 12 kilometers from Pudukkottai, and is known globally for its fresco paintings. It is an important ancient Jain site in Tamil Nadu with history from 1st century BC to 10th century AD. The Jaina vestiges at Sittanavasal includes the Arivar Koil, the temple of Sarvagnan, the all-knowing Tirthankar, and the Yeradi-Pattam, the natural cavern with polished stone beds inscribed with Tamil Brahmi inscription of the 1st century BC. Arivar Koil belongs to the 9th century AD with its mural paintings of the Jaina theme, Samavasarana, royal couple and dancing apsaras. There is a pillared veranda built in the 20th century, an Ardhamandapam leading to sanctum, where 3 images represent Moolavar. In Ardhamandapa on the southern niche is the image of Lord Parshvanatha, and on northern niche is the image of a Jaina Acharya. The ceiling, the walls, the beams, the cornice and the pillars of the Ardhamandapam bear the famous Sittanavasal paintings. Now paintings are seen only in the parts of the ceilings, the beams and upper parts of the pillars. These paintings depicted themes of Samavasarana, a celestial stadium for Tirthankaras preaching, the Apsaras, dancing damsels and the royal couple. Most of these are just in outline. The portraits of the Apsaras must rank among the best in the whole of India. The Yeradi-Pattam is the name of the natural cavern in the top center of the hill on the eastern side. Inside the cave is spacious with floor cut into 17 beds with pillow loft. Almost all the stone beds are inscribed. The oldest inscription in Tamil Brahmi script belongs to the 1st century BC and the latest to 10th century AD. As we move away from Sittanavasal, the road leads to Annavasal, a nearby village. Near the tank, there is a large and exquisitely carved loose sculpture. It should have been worshipped in one of the ruined temples nearby. The face is scrapped. All the 5 Adisayas, Mukkudai, the triple umbrella, Ashoka tree, Prabhavalaya, Chamara and the lion throne are beautifully depicted. In Sadayarparai near Pudukkottai area, Tirukogaranam, a Tirthankara sculpture and a dated inscription are seen. The sculpture is that of the 23rd Tirthankara, Lord Parshvanatha. Here he is flanked by the Pillayar and a veil in front of them. The inscription cut on the open rock has a border cut on all sides. It is dated 1217 AD and refers to Tengavinattu Perumpalli, the large Palli. The Jain Tirthankara is worshipped as Sadayarparai Muni by the local people. Other Jain centers that tell their stories through the inscriptions are in Narthamalai area, Alurtimalai, Ammachatram, Kannangarakudi, Mailapatti, Sembattur, Puttamur, Veerakudi, Mosakudi and Chettipatti. In Narthamalai area, a broken sculpture is seen with a broken upper part nearby and a veil is fixed in the front. It shows that it was worshipped by the local people. In Kadamba Hill on the rock, there is an inscription of Pandya dynasty dated to the 12th century AD.